Okay, so did this lady solve the issue with Tawhid? I'll put it up on the screen for you so you can listen to it.
An argument that is presupposing ontological priority.
No, I didn't. The argument in
God.
this instance... Wait, hold on, beautiful. Me positing counterfactual dependency is a direct negation of ontological priority. Maybe this is a tracking issue on your end. Maybe I have to show you the definition of counterfactual dependency so you can understand.
So this lady claims that counterfactual dependency is a negation of ontological priority. First, that's just completely false. Let's understand what counterfactual dependency is and ontological priority. Counterfactual dependency is in modal semantics, right? We're saying X could not be the case without Y. And this is spanning across accessible worlds. So it's a claim about possible worlds. It does not tell you whether or not the objects in question are composed or not, because you can have counterfactual dependencies on composed objects. For example, a car could not exist without its engine, right? Just because there's a counterfactual dependency there, and if I were to formalize it in modal semantics, does not mean that the car is not composed. The issue then is supposed to be that we're solving a parent's issue with composition in the Islamic God. You cannot just say counterfactual dependency as if that solves anything, because it does not. Counterfactual dependency is a consequence of establishing some ontological priority. It does not negate it. Once you say that the car or whatever, the part is prior to the car because the parts make up the car, then you can formalize it with modal semantics and say X depends on Y. But X depends on Y itself does not tell you or solve anything with composition. This is just a complete category error. The second part is she defined God as a set of essential properties. Now we're going to
Bud, essence is a set of essential properties, so absolutely not.
Be charitable here and assume that she didn't literally mean God equals a set, because sets are not causal, which would just be completely incoherent if she did mean that God is literally a set in set theory. So we're going to assume what she meant is something closer to you have some membership of items that constitute some entity, like bundle theory says, which says that you have what a thing is just some bundle of properties. And so it's just so completely uncontroversial in bundle theory that the entities being composed, or the entities being spoken about, are composed, right? If you have something that exists in virtue of being a bundle, that means that there's explanatory priority in the properties and there's ontological priority in the properties, right? Which means that God ontologically would be dependent upon the unification, the collection of those properties, which would undermine Tawhid, because that undermines divine aseity. God is no longer independent existence. Those 99 properties are independent existence. So it's just a massive confusion. The real issue in Tawhid is how there can be a divine essence. Traditionally in Islamic theology, the divine essence is not defined by properties. Just like in Aristotelian metaphysics, essence is not defined by properties. It's just a complete category error. And how can the essence be really distinct from the attributes really distinct from each other, but the attributes are not identical to the essence, yet they're not separate existences? That's the issue that needs to be addressed, which is not being addressed by anyone that I've seen, and it's definitely not being addressed in the video that I just shared with you guys. So drop a like if you think you have a response to this. Please leave a comment. Otherwise, Happy New Year.